What's going on, guys? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from wherever you're watching. So going forward, guys, I'm going to be aiming to do this stream it's going to be Friday for me. I know it's going to be Thursday for a lot of you guys who are probably watching around between kind of like 5:30 and maybe 6:30 p.m. I think some of you might also be watching a little bit earlier, depending on what part of the States you're from. But essentially, this show is not just going to be covering loaded lines. We're going to be talking about all the games I'm invested in, all the games I'm playing, all the news that's kind of relevant to blockchain gaming, and just really just going through and giving you my unbiased thoughts on essentially the best ways where we can make money from this space, this gaming space particular, within crypto. I do think it's going to be the most lucrative industry within crypto going forward, even more than AI, at least this bull cycle. And it's exciting, guys. It's an exciting time to be alive, exciting to be in crypto. And yeah, obviously I know that a lot of my streams have been mainly directed at Main City, and I am still going to stream Main City. We're going to be talking a little bit about that at the start, but it's just kind of ludicrous because there are just so many different opportunities and things going on. So we're going to be talking about a few different things today, starting off with a bit of Main City. Now I'm just going to make sure that we are actually live here, and I'm just going to retweet my actual stream. It seems like we have gone live. Yeah, good. All right, so I'm going to go over, guys, just quickly hit refresh on my channel. So yeah, guys, every time, make sure you hit the notification bell so you know when I'm going live. Here's the stream now. I can see I've got 2 people watching. And yes, guys, I am bored. I'm bored with Main City. It's, I haven't dropped my investment or anything, but I am, I can't lie to you, like I'm kind of bored with the game. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about a little Twitter poll that I also did actually put out earlier in the week. Got a few of you guys talking about that. Just going to do a quick post. And I'd really appreciate it, guys, for anyone who wants to retweet this to their friends, family, doesn't matter who it is. Come check it out, guys. We are live. All right. So we're going to jump ahead and just talk a little bit about Main City first. I am going to be streaming for about an hour. So what's going on with Main City? Comp mode, for myself personally, look, I didn't do well in comp mode. I started late, as I'm sure most of you do know, and I was naive to do that. I didn't do it on purpose. I mean, I knew the start time, but I was traveling around Thailand at the time in the car, and there was just no way, because it's not available on mobile yet, or it might never be available on mobile for some stupid reason. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But I wasn't able to get a start at the right time, and I probably got a little bit naive in thinking that I didn't need to max out my diamond generation on my my arid land plots as well, because I think having that extra diamond generation really will help when you're in comp mode. And also I just didn't have enough time to be on it all of the time, because I know from a lot of you top competitors right now that are still playing to try and keep your rank within comp mode, some of you having to buy businesses to stay relevant in the ranks. And look, I mean, I think it's great, don't get me wrong. Like, if I was in a position just to be able to say, do you know what, I can commit like a certain time window to be able to be on this game, really work out the best strategy with the boost, buy businesses at this time, then great. But honestly, for me right now, I just can't do it. I just don't have the time. So really all I have time for at the moment is just logging in, and I can barely have time just to sit here and click the button to just exhaust this diamond generation here to actually sell in normal mode, which, mind you, has been good. I can't complain. And that's where I spoke a little bit about in the last stream how, and I still believe this, I'm still yet to see a game that has better earnings than Main City. Main City has got some fantastic earnings, guys. It really does. Right, Main City has got some great earnings compared to a lot of the other games out here in the space, and yeah, you can't really take that away from them. All right, so I'm just going to get the chat up and ready. Okay, so yeah, guys, that's kind of where it's at the moment here. So I'm kind of basing it around my level 31s here. All right, as you can see, you got a few level 31s, and really all I do is I just focus on picking up, let's see, this one's also level 31. I think this one's a bit less, yeah, level 24. So really all I do is I just come on here and I'm just clicking the button, guys. I'm clicking the button, and you can see my diamonds there at 37.28 million. I'm not going to exhaust them all here now on the stream for you guys, but the bottom line is, guys, this is not something I enjoy doing when I get up purely just for the fun. right? I'm just being purely analytical about this. If I'm to play a game, usually I want to have some fun doing it. There's a little bit of fun at the start, kind of checking out the new businesses, how things work and everything like that. But for the most part, what you guys said in the poll is that if there was no expectation of reward coming through for this game, then most of you guys wouldn't play this game. And there's nothing wrong with that, because there's just so many other games that are just a lot more fun than Main City. Will that change in the future? I don't know, maybe. I'm not particularly optimistic about Stepico's capabilities about making a game in terms of it being fun that can really compete. And also, like, you got to question, like, how sustainable are these rewards? How sustainable are these Crow rewards in Main City, right? As we know, the business sales, like, you used to be able to sell maybe like a Prestige 10 for, I don't know, 500 Crow, and now you're probably lucky to even get 5 Crow for a Prestige 10, all right? So the floor prices have just fallen out through the arse, okay? If we go and have a look at the market now, since comp mode started, level 31 Prestiges, I think before comp was selling for almost 100 Crow. Now, since comp mode's, I think, just got a few days left, maybe under a week. But if we go ahead, because this is what I'm doing, I'm going level 31, commons, apply. Let's just check the price, see what the market's at. 35, right? For a Cool Cats is 48. That's been listed for a day. So no one's really interested in picking up these businesses in normal mode. And, why would you be? Why would you be? The only reason is if you want to, I guess, use it to build up to be able to sell high prestiges, and then it just goes back on that loop. It's not to say that there are games that aren't basically just doing that all the time. But, that's the reality of it, guys. That's the reality. The reality is, before comp mode, this 31 common would have been worth quite a bit more than just 48 Crow, and it would have been picked up off the market. But the prices are dropping. The floor prices are dropping. Okay, so what does it indicate? It indicates that there's a large supply of these in-game businesses, all right, these in-game items that are being sold on the marketplace, and there isn't enough new players coming into the game to actually play and engage with the game to actually prop that floor price up. That's just the reality, all right? Whether you like it or not, these are the facts, okay? You can FUD, you can shill as much as you want, but, on this stream, I'm tired of the FUDding and the shilling. I just want to bring to you the straight facts, the straight constructive feedback, what I'm doing, how I'm planning to really maximize on this bull market, guys. Maximize on these gaming cryptos. Anyone that, if you're in the ballpark of fading gaming crypto, I don't know what planet you're on, because it is 100% worth you getting educated in this space for sure. So really all I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go probably list for, let's see, this one's not selling. It's been up for 8 hours, see, 35 Crow. So I'm probably going to go ahead and list this one at about 29 Crow. All right, so I'm going to take this one that I've just upgraded to 31 off the market here, and going to put this one up for sale. 29, I think. Alright, yeah, so we'll list that up for 29. And that's still pretty good, right? That's still pretty good. I've still got another level. I've got another one up there that hasn't sold. So I'll actually delist that and sell that, see if I can get rid of that as well for 29. 2 level 31s. Yeah, let's try and get rid of that as well. Yeah. Alright, so as we can see here, yeah, 2 level 29s, so if I sell both of them, right, we're looking at about 60 Crow, 58 Crow, okay? So 58 Crow. Yo, Zarino, what's up, brother? Thanks for jumping in the stream, man. Appreciate that. 58 Crow, that's $5.40 for selling those two businesses. Pretty good. Pretty good considering that my overall NFT investment is between kind of maybe $2,000 to $3,000 US. Okay. And yeah, even at these levels, it's still pretty good. Excuse me. It's still pretty good. And if we think about a 10x on this, which is a 10x Crow, hopefully, coming through this bull, this potentially turns into $580, right? So $58 could be $580. if we actually hold and stake it on DeFi or, you know, whatever. Yeah. So that's kind of how I'm thinking about it with my Crow bag. But I don't know, guys. Yeah. It's just, you know, the game is like, it's just a little boring. It's getting a little boring. And I think it's fine that they don't have like a section of the game that is just a bit more engaging and entertaining. But I just think that, I don't know, again, I'm not really too bullish on Stepico. That's why I was so adamant on wanting to know about who the team was and what they've done, because they haven't done anything good, right? The team haven't done anything good. Like, and you guys, you got to remember, like, I know it's got a blockchain integration, this game, Main City, but this is the kind of game that some devs could have made probably in the late 1980s. Okay, we're in 2024 almost, all right? So again, I'm not trying to take anything away, but I'm just trying to be realistic about this. I'm starting to almost feel as though, yeah, I don't know, there's just a lot of opportunities, guys. There's just a lot of different opportunities in the market. I definitely think, I'm not saying that I think that Main City Loaded Lines NFTs are going to go down in value or anything like that. I'm still holding. I think they're going to still keep going up. But I think for people that are invested in it, you really want to think about a short to medium term strategy, because the bottom line is, I think, you know, eventually, if they don't continually work to improve this game, people will get tired and they'll move to other games, because there are so many other games that are coming through. They're doing a great job. But again, that all being said, like I said, you know, Main City, it's paying out like no other at the moment, right? The payout's really, really good. For example, I did a stream talking about Pixels the other day. All right, Pixels, for instance, is just, it's the payouts, like you can play for an hour just starting the game, and you can play for free, but the payout's just not very good. Yeah, the payout's not too good at all. Right, Pixels is here, guys. I'm talking about Pixels online. This is the farmland here. What's the floor price? At 1 ETH. That's pretty good. So I picked up one of these plots at 1.3 ETH when the floor was about 1.4 about a week ago. But yeah, this is one of the games where my money's on, guys. Pixels, you know. But it's even with Pixels on Ronin Chain, the earnings are not great. I still need to make a video about how much you can actually earn playing Pixels without, you know, much of a time investment. But it's really nothing compared to what you can earn on Loaded Lions. That being said, though, yeah, I'm not sure how much difference other NFTs on Pixels will make to the game, but yeah, it's something to be said for it. What's up, New Tech? That's Zach Shady, yeah? I think New Tech Unboxing. You got a new channel, man? Tech Unboxing channel, yeah? Nice. Anyway, guys. That's something in my bloody teeth. Sorry about that. All right, so this is a tweet that I did put out the other day. All right, I said, don't lie. If Main City paid you nothing, would you still play for fun? All right, 57.8% of you said no, right? 42.2% said yes, okay? So just going through a few comments here. Spot Main City said, I am playing because there is a good opportunity to gain Crow. Otherwise, I wouldn't have played this long. Thanks for the honesty. And I think that's pretty fair. That's pretty fair, you know. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I mean, that's pretty much all blockchain gaming has been. It's not like Main City is the only game that's like this. No, like every game is like this in crypto gaming at the moment. Well, what's happening now is we're going through a transition period where games are coming out where people are going to be genuinely focused more on actually having fun, believe it or not, because that's what Web2 gamers want, and that's what's really going to bring the absolute parabolic 100x gains into this space when we get those Web2 gamers in playing games like Main City. But right now, like, do you think Web2 gamers are going to come in and play Main City over other games and spend their valuable time playing this game? No way, man. No way. They're not going to play this game. You might get the odd person that does, but I think generally across the board you won't. Right. Cryptkeeper says, who is getting paid? Raise your hands. Maybe not, but I haven't earned anything from it yet. I would definitely play, but I would not be dedicating as much time in Crow. All right. So, yeah, look, appreciate the honesty there on that poll, guys, just coming through. So, let's move on to having a look at the crypto.com land and see how that's going. You know, I've got quite a bit of land. I think I've got about 10 arid plots, maybe 2 alluring auroras, and maybe 1 of the blue lagoons, I think. So yeah, I've probably got 10, 11, 12, probably got about 13 plots in total. Was thinking for quite a while about getting a mythical at some point, but never ended up pulling the trigger. Kind of glad I did, because I don't know, whilst they've kind of held value okay, it's a bit of a shame, honestly, to see them down at $65 floor for these dunes. You know, not that long ago, they pretty much dropped, they dropped almost 50%. They dropped about 45% in value, because these bad boys were almost up at about $100. Correct me if I'm wrong there, guys. So seeing them down at these levels is a little bit of a shame, to be honest. It's a little bit of a shame. I mean, obviously, I do still think that this is going to correlate a bit with the price of Crow as well. And Crow did have that run up, didn't it? We had a nice little run up on Crow. Market seems to be recovering a little bit more today, which is good. If we just go over and have a bit of a look at Chronos here, the 0.9 for the last 24. Still struggling to break that, what is clearly a psychological resistance at 10 cents, which is pretty normal, I think, for most projects. 10 cents would be a psychological resistance if you were petering around between like 2 and 9 cents for the entirety of a bear market, like the longest bear market we've had in crypto history. But this is important, guys, right here. Right, this is important. Chronos, I feel, you know, without getting into it too much, needs to turn that 10 cents into a support, push up and do something big, guys. Do something big. Get up to like 20 cents. Get up to 20 cents, turn 15 cents into a support, right? Do a 2x, guys, right? It needs to do a 2x, for sure. I think, honestly, if Chronos can turn 15 cents into a support, then you're going to see, inevitably, people that are feeling more optimistic, more wealthy from their Crow investments start to pile more money into more risk-on assets, such as NFTs, in the form of the number one NFT, the Chronos, which is endorsed by Crypto.com, and that's this Crypto.com land here, guys, the dunes. So that's what I think anyway, guys. Fundamentally, we see this Crow price go up, you're going to see growth in this land. That's the bottom line, right? If this consolidates, just hangs out at around 9 cents for too long, and then there's just not really anything going on with the game, I'm being really harsh on Main City this morning, sorry guys, then we're not going to see much movement here. Because, you know, I'll tell you right now, guys, and I've told you this before, I don't see, the biggest potential that I see from making money from Main City is making money from the assets, the loaded lines, trading them on, the cyber cubs, the land, the NFTs, all right? But in order for that to be sustainable over a long period of time, to really have these lands hold value, we need this game, we need Stepico to quite literally step it up. Step it up, Stepico. No pun intended, but they seriously need to step it up. I don't know how they're going to do it, because anything that they've built at the moment just looks shit. Like, that's just the brutal truth. And I got to say, like, I'm kind of pissed, to be honest. I'm a little bit pissed at Crypto.com for outsourcing it to them, because again, it's not that I think they just look a little bit underdone, right? I just think, you know, think about it like this, right? Gaming is huge in terms of market cap potential, freaking massive, right? So why not Crypto.com hire like an actual good dev? Clearly they've cheaped out with Stepico. Clearly they've made a saving. Clearly hiring good devs with good experience is expensive, all right? But find a way to pay for that shit. Find a way to pay for that shit. Because the thing is, that's an investment, right? You get a good team of devs that turn this into an opportunity where, all right, I can drop into Zarino's Blue Lagoon and go say hello in avatar format. It's not that hard to do. Like, devs can do it, but these devs are just not, and it's not even that, like, they've got other games on the go as well. So I guess my point being is that, you know, whoever can be at the top of this gold rush for crypto gaming, especially this bull cycle, the rewards are going to be absolutely parabolic. Like, if you guys thought that the gains of the last bull cycle were good, honestly, I'm predicting that is going to be absolutely nothing compared to what is coming this bull run. It is going to be absolutely nothing, guys. And this is not me shilling crypto gaming. I mean, I put up a video about it the other day. It wasn't my own video, but it was a really, really good video that I think a few of you might watch. If you haven't watched it, make sure you go and watch it, guys. If you guys don't, for those of you watching, because I know that probably some of you are watching going, okay, I'm into Main City playing the game, but I'm not really a gamer. I just play it. Because you don't like need to really be a gamer to understand how to play Main City. Simple. I'm not saying it's a simple game, you know, definitely not. There's strategy there and all of that. But what I'm saying to you is, if you're someone that's interested in really making the most serious gains from gaming cryptos this bull run, this is definitely a video you need to watch, 100%. It's the last video I put out. It's titled here by Leo. It's Leo and Crypto Banter, an incredible little podcast they did. And he has an extremely good explanation as to why crypto gaming just makes perfect sense. And I have never really been able to articulate it in such a way as to how he does, but it is 100% logical. It is 100% correct. It's the best explanation why crypto gaming will 100x this bull run. And quite honestly, 100x, that is a bit of a median. I'd say even a bit of a median understatement, right? We're going to see 1,000x's from the gaming space. I'm not saying it can't happen with AI or anything like that. I'm just not really informed with AI. AI is probably going to have a similar run to gaming. The thing is, for me, my passion is gaming. Gaming is one of my go-to hobbies outside of crypto, right? Crypto is a hobby, gaming is a hobby. So you can imagine crypto gaming as a duo is also going to be something I'm pretty passionate about. I see the potential in, and I'm pretty interested in. It's not like, oh, I'm just passionate about it, but it doesn't have potential. The potential that crypto gaming has is absolutely sickening, guys. That's what you got to understand. So yeah, watch this video and also just tune into my streams. Every Friday, guys, tune into my streams. I'm telling you again, for those that you're just joining in, I'm going to be running this stream at the same time it's Friday for me, it's probably Thursday for a lot of y'all, Thursday evening, I know, but I'm going to be running at the same time every single week. And on top of that, I'm going to try and just add in streams where I can, and then try to look towards adding a second stream in. It's just a little bit hard with a few duties I have going on during the week, but all good, guys. But I'm here, I'm passionate, and yeah, I just want to keep you informed. I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. I'm not holding anything back here, guys. Any questions you've got as well, leave them in the chat. The chat's a bit dead, guys. The chat's a bit dead. Get in there. Say hello. I've probably got some new people watching that are not usually on the Main City streams. But yeah, again, guys, just to recap, that was the point there. 57% of you said you wouldn't play Main City for fun if there wasn't an opportunity to earn crow gains. Now, for me, that's a concern. That's a concern. But to be honest, I'm not surprised that that's how it polled. Okay, I'm not surprised. This land here, again, it's not great, guys. Think about it. BTC was under 40K. In fact, it might have been under 38K, and we had a floor price land valuation here on the Dune lands for Main City at around about $100. True, right? So it's not really good to see that they've gone down quite a bit in value. Let's have a quick look at the mythicals before we move on. Oh, look at this. See, even the mythicals, we got a mythical plot here, dropped beneath the floor price of $3,000, okay? Now, this was holding a pretty good floor price of around maybe $3,900, $4,000 for quite a while. But again, it seems like interest has dropped off. People don't want these NFTs right now. And yeah, I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I think, when I was getting really excited about loading up on these NFTs before the game was kind of coming out, Main City I'm talking about, I did expect a little more from the Main City game. That being said, though, I also didn't expect that Main City was going to come out this year. I didn't expect this game to be ready this year, all right? So if it's me, right, offering something constructive here, right, I, as an investor, right, in NFT land for Main City, I own Loaded Lion, one Cybercup, one Loaded Lion. All right, I'm going to jump on the Dark Lions mint. I got backpacks. I got, quite a bit of land, all this kind of thing. All right. I would have rather waited, all right, another 2 years, 3 years even, right? Get your shit together, make some money from the bull market in trading fees or however you make your money, crypto.com. Find a developer who has actually made a game that doesn't look like complete dog shit, because that's the reality. Like, no one can try and tell me that anything Stepico has made is anything like even remotely worth playing. It's all complete crap. That's just the honest truth. That's the honest truth. You can shill it as much as you want, but the reality is the games look like absolute shit, and I don't even think they're even ready to play. And, you know, I don't think it's a surprise that Crypto.com waited so long to disclose that information about who Stepico were. I mean, why do you think that Stepico wasn't included on the actual Main City playbook from day zero, from day dot? Why wouldn't they have included the developers from day zero, right? Do you think that if the devs from Call of Duty, Halo, Bioshock from Web 2 were building Main City, that they would have included them in the playbook? I don't think so, because it would have added value to that project, which means, if you think about it the opposite way, perhaps they thought, okay, having Stepico on the playbook early on, this is just speculation, mind you, is going to devalue the project, because clearly they haven't done anything, and anyone with half a brain in between their ears can clearly see that Crypto.com have cheaped out with the developer. And there's nothing against Stepico. Everyone's got to start somewhere. I'm not having a go against Stepico. I'm just having a go against Crypto.com, because I just think that there was so much more potential here, and it still can meet that potential, but I'm not seeing any plans for anything good. Obviously, we've got the Dark Lions mint coming up. All right, we've got Dark Lions, which I have to admit, you know, I'm going to go full on with that. I'm going to try and max out on the Dark Lions, and hopefully, right, I think if they sell all their NFTs, they'll probably make how much is it going to be? I want to say 10 million, but I'm pretty bad at maths. I don't know if I've made that math right. Either way, guys, they're going to make a lot of money, all right, from this Dark Lions mint. Now, I'm just hoping, you know, it's a way to raise some money. It's a way to sell us some pixelated artwork. That's fine, right? I'm happy to throw $500 at it if I can, all right. But what are they going to invest in? What are they going to do with that money? That's the question, all right? Are they going to put it to good use? And this is going to be absolutely huge. I do think that if it's a case where, like, you can have this game here, kind of just stay the way it is, people click the button, do this thing, earn a bit of crow, have your comp mode, whatever, fine, okay, that's it. But you need to build on that. So if they use the money from Dark Lions to build something like a bit more fun, a bit more PvP based, battle based, I think it's gonna hopefully add a new dimension to, you know, this Main City ecosystem, and that could be something that's bullish. For those of you that are wondering, you know, I'm probably going to be looking at, again, trying to get the whole 5 if I can. I'm predicting that it even with the, I guess, kind of like the bit of a clear loss of interest on Main City at the moment, I still would hope, maybe that's me being a little bit optimistic, but I still kind of hope and feel like these Dark Lions will sell out, because there is only 10K. In which case, if they do sell out, hopefully can maybe resell. I'll probably get 5. I'll probably unbox them all, see if I get anything rare. And then I'll probably take a drop in value and maybe sell. I'll probably sell at least 2. I say now that I'll sell 3, but in reality, at most, I'll probably end up selling 2. Or maybe just getting my 500 back, whatever that costs. So maybe if the floor goes like $250 US, maybe sell a couple, keep 3 just to run the journey through. And the artwork's sick, you know, I have to say. I think the artwork's cool. I think it's cool. So yeah, by all means, guys, I know it might sound like I've just given Main City so much shit, but it's just me seeing it honestly. Like, I'm in, I got skin in the game, I got NFTs, I'm playing Main City, I'm earning crow. But yeah, I've just been there before with a few games that have just crashed and burned, and you know, I just don't want that to happen. You know, so I'm just putting the word out there, just telling you guys about how I honestly feel. I ain't gonna come on here and just ultimately shill or FUD Main City. I'm just gonna come on here and give you the facts and the opinions, just how I see them from a bit more of a broader perspective. That's all. All right. So let's just have a bit of a look see. So we went through that, the land, yeah. So let's have a bit of a quick look maybe at the loaded lines. We'll just check the price, see what it's doing. Let's just see what the price is doing, eh? I'm going to stream, guys, for about another 28 minutes. You guys got any questions, get in the chat. I got a feeling I got some guys that are not normally on my Main City stream, because you guys are being really shy. Just remember, guys, you get in the chat, you help out, it helps my stream, and I'm more than happy to elaborate and answer any questions or things you might have. This is something slightly positive, okay? So the OG NFT collection, the loaded lines, has got up back to that 1K floor price. In fact, I think the cheapest line is here, sitting at 1069. All right, so that ain't too bad. 1069 on the floor. But yeah, we'll have a quick look through just to see if there's anything nice on the floor. He's pretty cool with a katana. I thought a while about getting a second loaded line, and I'm not opposed to it. This guy's been floating around for a while. He's pretty cool. But I just think, yeah, I probably would have liked to get one for a bit cheaper, maybe around the $800 mark or something like that. Yeah. Nice one. Alright guys, so let's just let's go ahead, and I think we're going to go move on to just a few other little projects that I would like to cover as well. So the first one's going to be Illuvium, guys. So we're just going to take a bit of a look here at Illuvium, what's going on. Rank 97 currently on CoinGecko, currently at a price of $103 US, up 6.1% for the last 24 hours. Illuvium has just listed on Epic Games Store, okay, so you can buy it and play the current version, okay. Now, I haven't personally gone on and played. I've had a bit of a play around with the auto battler. I wouldn't say that I'm dying to play that style of game. I had a bit of a go at it, and it feels quite elaborate. It feels like it's going to take quite some time to really get the hang of it, get the knack of it. It feels really, really in depth. I personally simply just do not have the time for that right now, at least. If I had the time for it, I would probably go in and have a look, all right? But I do think that there's a large market of people who are going to enjoy that kind of style of game, all right, if that makes sense. So we'll bring it up here. There might be a little bit of content about it here, all right. Just gonna go see. Now, Illuvium, guys, you gotta realize this is something that people keep forgetting about Illuvium. They have been around for a while, and they have more than successfully made it through this bear market, guys, okay. It's not a game that's just come about now and then, all right. They have properly made it through this bear market. So, yeah, November 28th, guys, this one came out. And it was the official Illuvium arena, guys. So again, guys, Illuvium, there's a lot going on with Illuvium. I personally have Illuvium, the coin, or the token, I should say. I've got Illuvium. I'm staking it with ETH, guys. You can get some pretty good staking rewards for Illuvium, guys. You can stake Illuvium, you can stake ETH for Illuvium, ETH liquidity pool tokens on SushiSwap, and you can get a really, really good APR rate. And I've actually been doing that for the past almost over 3 years, guys. And I've made some pretty good gains from just the ILV token itself. All right, I've made some pretty nice gains there. And I'm also an Illuvium landowner as well. So I bought 2 Illuvium land plots, and I'm going to be covering a little bit more about how that all works as well. But essentially, guys, Illuvium is a really, really clever one. All right, it's a really, really clever one because they've got different parts to the game. And I think Illuvium is a game which Main City could take a bit of a look at. Main City could take a bit of a leaf out of Illuvium's book. All right, as I said, Illuvium got several different games. Their land gameplay is a standalone game. All right. Don't know why that's not loading. I'm just trying to load the Illuvium.io website there. Right, so Illuvium have got their land gameplay, all right? And for people that have Illuvium land, you can go on and play, and you can mine resources, and you can actually sell those resources on the crypto marketplace to Illuvium players who want to battle. Okay, that's just not working for some reason. All right, you can actually go and sell those assets. Okay, you can go ahead and sell those assets. So it just makes sense, right? I'm a landowner for Illuvium. I can purchase the land, farm the assets, play the simple top-down city builder, and people are going to need my assets who are playing the game. So for instance, there's certain assets on my land. All right, there's certain assets on my land that players will need to upgrade their alluvials, their armor, their weapons, all right? So basically, people that are playing the game now that is on Epic Games Store, they need to buy items from us, landowners, all right? So it makes sense. So not only do they have separate games within the ecosystem, but each of the games, they're not just random games that people have they've just thrown together. They actually make sense. Okay, we need to be able to, as landowners, sell those assets to the players who are playing this part of the game, and the players need us as landowners. They need to buy from us. All right, so it's kind of like a really good symbiosis. Okay, so we're going to see how that unfolds. It's still early though for Illuvium. It's still early. It's been around for a while, but it's kind of like Illuvium as a single game, I feel like is really good risk to reward ratio. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean that given the niche of what it's in. Now, when I say niche, right, for Illuvium, because obviously we've got gaming sector, right? Illuvium falls under like a singular game, all right? Illuvium just is one game. So it is riskier, because if you're going to invest in Illuvium, it's a lot easier for one game to flop or go under or come under some harsh criticism in the media or on crypto Twitter versus, say, the ecosystem play for Illuvium, which could be argued it's IMX. Okay, Immutable X is the blockchain, the scaling solution on ETH that Illuvium will be using to play the game. All right, no gas, very fast. Okay, makes sense. All right, so IMX, perfect blockchain for a game like Illuvium, makes total sense. Obviously, you're not going to be able to run it on ETH or something like that, because we're talking about, like, hopefully will end up being thousands of microtransactions per day on this Illuvium game. You need IMX to do that. All right. So, but the thing is, if Illuvium fails, then there's going to probably be another game that's built on IMX. Okay. So the play really would be to try and make some gains on Illuvium, and when you make gains on Illuvium, roll them back into IMX. All right. Then when you're happy with the gains on IMX, maybe you can roll some gains from IMX into maybe your Ethereum. You got number 2 market cap, so theoretically less risk. Maybe then roll some ETH into some BTC. Maybe you want to roll some BTC into some USD or your native currency or something like that, right? So that's the way I see Illuvium at the moment. I see like it's a serious game, guys. They're not a rug pull. They're not a scam. I think they got a team of like over 100 developers working on different elements of the game. The artwork is absolutely fantastic. Looks brilliant. That doesn't necessarily mean that the game's going to be fun and that people are going to catch on and keep playing. But the way I see it, guys, if a game like Axie Infinity, right, that's not AAA standard, can literally do like a freaking whatever it did, guys. What did Axie Infinity do at its all-time high? It did like a freaking over 100x. Did something ridiculous, right? I put 7,000 at one point into Axie Infinity and it got up to like 150k, right? Last bull cycle. If Axie Infinity can do that, what can a game like Illuvium do this bull run? Illuvium really, for me, I feel like is just leading the way when it comes to a single game play this bull run, and it is just still so early. And not just that, guys, but if we have a look here, all right, check this out. I don't know how accurate this is. I feel like it's more than this. Can't be 9,611,000. No. Is the total supply really 9 million? I don't know if that's actually accurate, but if the total supply is 9 million, guys, think about this, guys. BTC, right, 21 million supply. BTC, 21 million supply. Okay, it's gotten up to 60k. Illuvium's $102. If that is really true, with a 9 million supply, that's half the amount of Bitcoins. Theoretically, with a similar market cap, just in theory, Illuvium could reach $120,000 per coin. Not saying that'll happen, but I mean, on the off chance that Illuvium becomes like, let's just say, you know, the Pokemon of Web3 gaming. This is it, because that's kind of what they're gearing to do, right? They're trying to be like the Pokemon of Web3. So many projects are trying to do this. Honestly, so many projects. There's been a few. Block Monsters was one, which I invested like a bit in, and that was just a complete rug pull scam. Just absolutely went to crap. Let me bring that chart up now, actually. Let's have a look. There's others that are out now as well. I think Kagijan was just talking about a game that's going to be on Ronin, which also looks like one. There's heaps, guys, that are trying to be the Pokemon of Web3. I don't even know if it's going to come up here because it's such a rug pull. No, I think it was, I can't even remember the ticker symbol. This game, this one here. Oh my goodness. There it is here. Yeah, this is block monsters here, guys. It's still tradable. This was an absolute rug. This was an absolute rug. Yeah, as we can see this chart here. Look at that. Look where it is now. Yeah, don't get into that one, guys. That's a shocker. But I think we can bring it up. Wait, I don't know if they've still got like their website actually live. Let's go and have a quick look to see. I wonder if they're still tweeting. No, here it is, guys. Look. Here it is. Block Monsters. This is it here. It was kind of a shame because I was in contact with one of the devs on this. I mean, he was probably just a scamster, a fraudster. So they haven't had a pinned tweet since June 10, 2022. And their last tweet was July 13th, 2022. So it just kind of looks like they've run out of money here. This was a low market cap play. I think their market cap when I got in was like under 10 million. I probably made a 10x on it, unrealized gain, but I didn't cash out. I didn't cash out anything. I might have cashed out a bit, but I ended up losing. In the end, I ended up losing. It wasn't a good play. But this is just an example, right? Block monsters. Yeah, this is just a bit of an example here. All right, there's also another one which actually looks like it might be all right. It was on Kagijan's Twitter. I saw it the other day. Actually, what's this? No, not that. I think he made a little bit of a tweet about it the other day, actually. This guy's funny. Ron is another one as well, guys. Ron. I'm massive on Ron. Ron, honestly, if you're looking for something good and secure to stake, this is, in my opinion, undeniably the best risk to reward ratio staking / investing play for this bull run, right? If you're less at risk, Ron ETH on Ron chain, 100%, guys. And we're going to show you that in a sec as well. And this is kind of what I was talking about before, guys. Literally what I was talking about before. Kagijan, AXS did a 40 billion valuation and it was just one game, all right? And he's referring to Ronin here, all right? But I was referring to ILV when I used AXS as the example, but he's right about this as well. And this is actually a good tweet, guys, really good tweet. Ronin is a whole ecosystem with many games, lots of experience, and with millions of registered players that are slowly being reactivated as more games are brought in. And what you got to realize is, guys, Ronin Chain has two of the biggest games, statistically. Over 100 daily active users on Axie Infinity and Pixels, their new game, which is just about to release a Pixels token. All right. So, yeah, Ron, guys, that's going to be a huge play this bull cycle. Absolutely massive. Freaking massive. Honestly, you don't understand how massive it's going to be. Seriously. Okay, so I think, yeah, he was talking about a game which I saw a little video about it, but I can't find it, I don't think. Yeah, I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is. But, yeah, guys, checking out Illuvium, you know, let's see. Look at this, guys. Went up that high? Of course it did. Guys, look at this. Illuvium, all-time high, November 30, 2021, 2 years ago. $1,911 US. Let me repeat that. $1,911 US. That's the ILV all-time high, guys. That is the ILV all-time high. I'm just going to go ahead and assume that this is accurate, even though I don't know why I feel like it's not. But even if it's, I thought it was like 20 million. I thought it was closer to BTC 21 million. But honestly, it doesn't matter. Even if it's, whether it's 20 million or 9 million, that is a low supply with a high circulating supply, which is even more important, guys. Look at the circulating supply. Look at that. I'm just going to go based off these numbers and rely on CoinGecko that this is correct, okay? If someone knows otherwise, then let me know. But if this is true, guys, that's over 50% considerably already within the circulating supply, which essentially means that there's not like a hole to and flood the market with, all right? Honestly, there's so many good factors about ILV. Another really important factor is that when you stake ILV, right? So for example, stake on ILV today, okay? You to get the maximum rewards, you need to lock that up for 1 year. Why is that important? Well, it means that you can't just rip it off and dump it on the market when you want. When that obviously theoretically gets done or hypothetically gets done at scale, that's when you can get a pump and dump in the price of a token. Why ILV has had a really good run lately. It's had a really good run and it hasn't dipped back down. All right. If we go to the max time frame on ILV, if it wants to come up, if it ever wants to come up, look at this, guys. Look at this. All right. This is the oldest recorded data here. We had March 29, 2021. Okay. We had a low of $46. I'm not sure if this was a ICO or how it got released. I didn't get in early. I think I got in like, what price did I get in? I feel like I got in at around like $200 or something like that. But look at that. We saw the price way down. Low $46. Then obviously we had that peak there. All right, we had that peak there. Got up to a high of $1,844. That was on the 29th of November. And we started off here in March, April, May, June, July, August, October. No, August, September, October, November. Yeah, sorry guys. Too early for me, no sleep. 8 months, guys. 8 months. Right. Guys, 8 months in 2021, we got ILV at a low of $46, all the way up to $1,844. So are you telling me that with this bull cycle, which is undeniably more bullish in terms of volume coming in, BTC halving, BTC and Ethereum ETFs, 18.7x from Illuvium all-time high. So that means if you invest just $100 even, right, times 18.7, what's that going to give us? Even if you invested $100 in ILV today, guys, at the peak, you could very realistic to turn that $100 into almost 2K, right? Into almost 2K, right? Maybe I will invest $1,000. Now that's looking a bit more saucy, isn't it? You invest $1,000 into Illuvium today, right? And it reaches its all-time high. This is an all-time high, by the way. I'm not talking about, I personally feel, my conviction says that Illuvium will reach more than an all-time high. I think Illuvium will go past and break all-time high. But even if it just hits all-time high, at some point on this bull run, from a $1,000 investment, you can take $18,700 off the table. All right, so that's Illuvium, guys. We'll talk a little bit more about that, the updates, any bits and bobs I got going on, but I'm mega bullish about it, guys. Yeah, it's my number one conviction play for a single game, specifically related to risk to reward ratio. I think the risk is totally worth the reward. More, yeah, but other games are not far behind either, to be honest. Yeah, pretty close. We'll quickly go through and have a look at Gala, guys. Any Gala holders? Good work, guys. Good work. Good holding. Now, so many people called Gala was never going to come back when it hit close to 1 cent. Well, it's back pretty much a 3x from there. All right, if we go down and have a look. All right, Gala, it's up 23% for the year. It's up 51.9% for the 30-day, 31% for the 2-week, 25 for the 7, 8.9 for the last 24 hours. All right, it's doing okay. It's doing okay. I do have a lot of criticism for Gala. I don't have the energy to go through it all this video, but they are under a lot of scrutiny when it comes to management, kind of like moving their team around, hiring. They've taken on over 50 games, which in their defense are not all created by Gala Games. They're outsourced to different developer teams, but they've had court cases within their own company. We had the founders going to court to work some stuff out. They've had some legal stuff with at least 2 games, I think, that's actually been proven. I'm not exactly sure how those bits and bobs are going, what the outcomes are. Honestly, it doesn't really matter too much right now because clearly it hasn't been bad enough to have, you know, a bad impact on the price of Gala. That's probably what I'd say. Something to consider when investing in Gala. I'm personally not looking to sell my bags because I feel like Gala is an ecosystem play that's really cemented itself in the space, and the Gala token utility branches out further than gaming, guys. Gala have Gala music, they have Gala film, they're going to be the blockchain that Rep Social is building on. For those of you that don't know, Rep Social is essentially like, it's trying to be like the Facebook or maybe like the Twitter or something of crypto, okay? So Gala is not messing around. Again, social media, movies, series like Netflix and stuff, right? Music, gaming. They're quite honestly trying to hit it all. Players, they got Mark Wahlberg, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson behind the production of one of the movies on Gala Film beside them as well. So it's not just like, oh yeah, we're going to get into film, we're going to get into music, but what do we really have to show for it? Well, nothing. Well, no. Gala do have a lot to show for what they've bitten off so far. Further way to go than any other project. They're so far away because of just how much stuff that they've decided they can achieve that. Wow. I mean, this thing could really, really blow up. And we did see a Gala at an all-time high of 82 cents. So if we divide 82, just to work it out, 82 divided by about 3 cents at the moment to work out the rough return. Gala is about a 27x, guys. It's about a 27x. Okay. So you invest 100 in Gala today. Right, 2,700 bucks. Okay, if it hits that all-time high again, you invest 1,000 in Gala today, it's going to be 27,000. I know I could do with an extra 27,000, that's for sure. All right, you chuck 1,000 into Gala today, you're going to get 27,000 US dollars if it hits that all-time high. Will Gala hit its all-time high this bull run? The only way it doesn't is if the company runs out of money. Gala, you know, they got a long way to go, and some of their games are questionable at best. And yeah, they charge a lot of money for their NFTs, and God, it's just, they're going through a lot of learnings, Gala. They're going through a lot of learnings, but I definitely stand by them. You know, I've made a hell of a lot of content about Gala on my channel. I know that Gala is like a huge community in the crypto space, and honestly, like I was having a chat with another influencer about this the other day. You know, when we get this bull market euphoria, everyone just kind of feels like a genius because it doesn't really matter where you put your money's going to go up. And you have to be, you know, it's harder to lose money when markets are like this, when you can get up, and it's normal to see Gala up at 8.3%. It's harder to lose money right now. Do you understand this? It's harder to lose money. You can put your money on anything, right? You're going to be pretty unlucky to lose money right now. But yeah, so my point is that it doesn't matter all the scrutiny and negativity that Gala or any other project is falling under for this bull cycle. And the reason why is because a lot of the people that jump into crypto just don't really care. They don't have time to sit down and really go through the inner workings to try and find, oh no, but this is the true valuation for the company, right? There was so much going on about when Tesla was, you know, Tesla at the peak of its all-time highs, and people saying, oh no, but it's really valued at this, it's really valued at this. Do you think it mattered? No. People saw Tesla and they bought it and it was running up. The same thing's going to happen with projects like Gala, guys. I think it doesn't matter about the negative. The negativity and the scrutiny today for Gala matters across a 5-year period. It doesn't matter across a 1-year period if you're looking to get in with $100 and make $2,700 at the peak of this bull market and take profit on that. That's where it doesn't matter. You don't have to care about whether the company's going to be around in 5 years, right? I'm personally going to have a portfolio where I am invested for 5 years, but I'm definitely going to be taking some profits this bull run on Gala. All right, I missed out last time, which was annoying. I have taken quite a few profits on it, but not enough. All right, guys, so it's just about 7:30, so gonna wrap this one up here. All right, there's another few projects that I am also really interested in. Shrapnel is one, very interested in. I'm going to be playing the game. I've already bought the early access pass. This looks honestly insane, guys. Shrapnel, it's done 112% in the last 2 weeks. Hasn't even been out a month. All right, market cap sitting at, hasn't even got the market cap up yet. It's just, that's how early it is. But Shrapnel, guys, again, we're going to have to go through a lot of these projects in another video because I don't have time today. I also picked up a playable node. All right, I'm pretty keen on getting amongst this as well. Talking a little bit more about this, the playable node, done freaking 250% in the last 30 days.
Seedify fund is another really good one for where you can stake this one for 11% on the Seedify website. You can get into pre-sale prices for chat the Seedify fund, and also just a really good asset to hold, I think, for the long term as well. And Katana here, guys. I was talking about the Ron ETH pair. Guys, you can get 70% APR right now on Ron ETH. And this is not like a short-term thing. I've been getting 70% on this at least since before the start of the last bull run. All right, so that's a massive play there. All right, guys, so yeah, thanks for everyone that jumped on the stream today. You know, I appreciate we did get a